Great
Oh, yeah,
weather.
it was perfect timing because we were
I think so.
already back on the boat and by the time
It's on here. I'll read it.
so, yeah, it was a good time. Good weather in all the ports and
Yeah.
everything, so. And the water is so blue. It's just amazing how clear the water
Hey,
is.
goes it?
Good. Okay.
Don't be picking on me. I'm just taking what I've read.
Public comment.
Hey, how you doing, Amy?
This was in,
Yep.
Grand Turk.
Oh my God.
Hey, how goes it, Kim?
All
How's
those
the
boats are
vacation?
just docked out there in the water.
Well,
You know,
nice to get away.
take a little dory
Okay.
into the land.
That is blue.
I mean, especially given how
Wow.
cold and gray and awful it's been.
Hey,
I
Rob,
don't
how are you?
blame
Good.
you.
How are you?
Good.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
And
Don't want to go back there.
Yeah. Oh, I get
Just
it.
taking
I
a
know
night
it's
off?
hard. It's got to be hard to readjust to Iowa
Yeah.
weather after being in the tropics.
But, well, he's had COVID.
He has, but he was kind of nervous.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he just played it safe.
You
Yeah.
remember when I keep.
He skipped a couple meetings this week.
and this was between Curacao and Aruba. There's a turn that was following us. Look how blue.
Got to get some paint.
That water is deep.
Time to
That's
paint.
really pretty.
Oh yeah, get some paint.
Yeah. Go down to Sherwin-Williams and just get samples and just run around the house and be like, how does this look? What about this? All, you know, like, because it's, I don't know.
Everything's color. Even the clothes.
I'm surprised your house is
How's your
neutral
wife
colors,
doing?
Kim.
It is
That
very.
surprises me.
About the same.
It kind of
Thanks for
surprises
asking.
me too, Kim. It
It's,
does a little bit. Like, I figured you'd have lots of colors.
It's a progressive
bold colors, I figured.
dimension,
For you.
but
We have pretty
They-
neutral colors, but we have like contrasting
neurologist
walls.
did,
and stuff, so.
double her cognitive enhancing drug called donepezil. And
Having good colors
that
in the
seems
house
to
is good
help.
for the soul, I think.
I go out there every day. Today was
Rob, how have you been?
Good. How about you?
a good day.
It's been a week.
She's very lucid and had great conversation.
Crappy
Some
weather.
days,
I
Aren't
know,
quite like
right?
that,
I
so.
was like, when is spring actually
we
going to
saw
start? It was
Mom.
officially
She's
started
doing
like
okay,
2
but,
weeks
you
ago,
know,
and it's still
She
just
keeps forgetting stuff, starting to get a
this.
little dementia.
What's the forecast?
You know, she has to.
right for like the next
How many
week. I
people
think it's
on the
supposed to
boat
warm
were
up
colder?
slightly, but I think it's still
No,
going to be gray and rainy.
3,700, and about 5 minutes later, she.
It's 5:30. We'll go ahead and get started with the April 6th, 2022 Hiawatha City Council meeting, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Can we please have a roll call, Carrie?
Amy.
Sorry.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Here.
Amy Wickendall,
Here.
Rob Archibald,
Here.
Dick Olson,
here,
Steve Dodson.
Here,
Approval of the agenda, please.
so moved.
Second.
First and a second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Agenda passes. On to approval of the consent agenda.
So moved.
second.
First and a second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Agenda passes. On to item number 6, citizens input. Anybody in the audience who cares to speak on something that is not on the agenda? And I do believe we have somebody here.
Well, actually, I think each of those, there'll be an item.
Oh, okay. I thought you said there was somebody here for public comment. Sorry.
Sorry, no, it will be public comment,
Just not on that.
Not at this.
Miscommunication.
Before-
All right.
Before you move on to other items, I do want to take a minute just to, I had left a couple sheets of paper. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Didn't turn on my mic. as you know, I always like to celebrate when we have an opportunity to do that. There's much to celebrate, but tonight I really wanted to point out this list of businesses' names, elected officials, both at state level, the federal level, government agencies, even a few citizens. This is all in regards to Tower Terrace roads expansion and the RAISE grant that we are applying for throughout our metro communities. And we, up to this point, have 78 letters. This is far exceeds any letters of support that we've done in the last 2 years. We've had 23, I think was the greatest. So 78 letters. Certainly, I have a large goal, 150 letters, but I need those all by next Wednesday. But I'm pretty excited about these 78 letters. I do have probably 10 more that I'm waiting on. And I know the cities of Cedar Rapids and Marion have a few more letters to gather up too. So I think I'll still be excited if we get to 100. But I think the other really cool thing about this is the different segments of the industries that we have letters of support to, that we have not had that before. Most of the time it is very centric to transportation and those types of industries. So it's good to see some of those quality of life industries on this list of people as well. So very excited. If you know of anybody that we should have a letter of support from, please share that and send them our way.
Do you need us to write an effusive letter of support at all? Because I'll write an effusive letters of support.
Well, you can certainly write a letter as a citizen of Hiawatha.
Sure.
We'll certainly welcome that.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Thank
good job on the interview the other night too. That was good seeing you on that for Tower Terrace.
you. Honestly, that was happenstance. I had grabbed Wade and said, let's get Ryan, the new city manager from Marion, let's get him caught up to speed. So we're actually all over at Stillwater that morning. And in the midst of our conversation, Mike from Marion had emailed Ryan and said, hey, we have someone, media that wants to speak to somebody about Tower Terrace expansion. And he's like, I think Kim should speak to them. What do you think? So we're all just sitting there. We end up calling the gal and I said, well, we're all here right now. So she had to call her boss to see if she could come in a couple hours early. And he said, yes. So I said, hey, you guys are here. Let's just do the full interview. And it worked out very well. So they were both Ryan and Wade were excited. I'm glad it worked out on a beautiful day to be outside too.
This is great support for Tower Terrace, but note of correction, Dan Zumba.
I know, I did notice that too.
Okay,
I'll have Wade
spell-
correct that. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Yes, yep. All of our HeadCo group and yep. It's, I would still contact them, John,
Thanks.
because it's it's a job reaching back out to everybody. So yes, yeah, I'd love your energy. That would be great.
The more the merrier.
Yes, the more the merrier. Yes, roasters would be good too. We go there too. I support them all.
So do I.
Was just there on Saturday, John.
All right, moving on. Or any other comments, public comments for item number 6? All right, moving on. Item number 7, report from council members, city manager, council members. I have nothing.
I don't.
I attended planning and zoning. It was pretty light, and they had somebody with design for scooters speak, and she explained what their design was going to be going forward. And so it was very interesting, but that was the only topic that evening.
I have nothing.
All right. Kim, anything additional?
That's it.
You went early.
I did go early. I was so excited. I can hardly wait.
All right, moving on. Item number 8, Mayor Proclamation, National Library Week, April 3rd through the 9th, 2022. Make sure I read the right one here. All right, City of Hiawatha, Iowa Mayor's Proclamation. Whereas libraries are accessible and inclusive places that foster a sense of connection and build community, and whereas libraries connect people to technology, providing access to broadband internet, computers, and training that are critical for accessing education and employment opportunities, and whereas libraries offer opportunities for everyone to connect with new ideas and become their best selves through access to multimedia content, programs, and classes, in addition to books, and whereas today's libraries and their services extend far beyond the four walls of a building and everyone is welcome to use their resources. And whereas in times of crisis, libraries and library professionals play an invaluable role in supporting their communities, both in person and virtually. And whereas libraries strive to develop and maintain programs and collections that are as diverse as the populations they serve and ensure equity of access for all. And whereas to adapt our changing world, libraries are expanding their resources and continuing to meet the needs of their patrons. And whereas libraries have long served as trusted and treasured institutions for all members of the community, regardless of race, ethnicity, creed, ability, sexual orientation, gender identity, or socioeconomic status. And whereas libraries are cornerstones of democracy, promoting the free exchange of information and ideas for all. And whereas libraries, librarians, and library workers are joining library supporters and advocates across the nation to celebrate National Library Week. And therefore, I, Rob Archibald, Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Hiawatha, proclaim National Library Week, April 3rd through the 9th, 2022. During this week, I encourage all residents to connect with their library by visiting online or in person to access resources and services. And on that note, the library just redid their strategic plan for their accreditation, and I think it does line up with all those things stated in that proclamation. And the group that did that was a very good representation of the community, the users of the library, and all those impacted. So if you're interested in that strategic report, Janelle has that, and it really does define all those things and kind of where the library is going in the future, because it is definitely more than 4 walls containing books. So. All right. Item number 9, another proclamation. National Volunteer Week, April 17th through the 23rd, 2022. City of Hiawatha, Iowa Mayor's Proclamation. Whereas the week of April 17th through the 23rd, 2022 is designated as a time to recognize the hard work, dedication, and passion of volunteers and national service members throughout our nation. And whereas last year, more than 65 million Americans gave their time in service to our nation, which is a testament to the compassion and generosity of the American spirit. And whereas the City of Hiawatha commemorates National Volunteer Appreciation Week by recognizing its valued volunteers and national service members, and whereas government alone cannot meet all of our nation's needs, so we partner with businesses, faith-based organizations, nonprofit organizations, foundations, and individuals who serve in government and in our community to make a difference. And whereas the City of Hiawatha is committed to encouraging volunteerism and national service among its employees, citizens, partners, businesses, and organizations. And therefore, I, Rob Archibald, Mayor Pro Tem, City of Hiawatha, do hereby proclaim April 17th through the 23rd, 2022 as National Volunteer Week throughout this state. And I urge all the people of Hiawatha to volunteer or give national service in our communities throughout the year. By volunteering and recognizing those who serve, we promote partnership and understanding and collaborative problem solving in our community. And if you didn't see the recent edition of our Hiawatha newsletter, it spotlights all of those volunteers. So thank you everybody that helps on the city, county, and state and national level. So much appreciated.
I think Steve was in that picture twice.
Yeah.
Shows he's got double value. All right, moving on. Item number 10, public hearing on the proposal to enter into a development agreement with Hiawatha Properties LLC, which is 2102 and 2112 Robbins Road. We'll open the public hearing at 5:42. Anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of the item? Come on up.
Jeff Driscoll, I'm representing Hiawatha Property. Here seeking approval for the development agreement for be phase 3 of Hiawatha East. I'm here to answer any questions anybody has.
No, pretty straightforward.
What's that?
Pretty straightforward. Thanks for coming.
Uh,
Yes, it is.
These are the two buildings, right? That'll
Correct.
look similar to kind of Hawkeye Electric area. Is that sort of?
Be very similar to what's up by Kettleson.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I don't have any questions.
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Keep building.
Anyone who would like to speak in opposition of this item? Anything into City Hall through the clerk's office?
No.
All right. Nothing else. I'll close the public hearing at 5:43 PM. Consider resolution approving and authorizing execution of a development agreement by and between the City of Hiawatha and Hiawatha Properties LLC, 2102 and 2112 Robbins Road. Do I have a motion approving resolution?
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion amongst council? Obviously, this is a good step forward for that area.
It is.
And then can we have a roll call, please?
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
All right, item passed. On to item number 11. Public hearing on a proposal to enter into a development agreement with Industrial Ave LLC, 1408 Industrial Avenue. We'll open the public hearing at 5:44 PM. Anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this item?
Jeff Driscoll, I'm representing Industrial Avenue LLC, seeking approval for the development agreement for this property. Any questions that I can answer?
Any questions? I don't have any.
I was out there today and you're already digging. So is it sewer that's going in or?
Yeah, the water and sewer is going in right now.
Okay, okay,
Site pad.
very good.
Lots of construction equipment in town. That's
Yeah.
definitely a good thing. So, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, anybody in the audience to speak in opposition of this item? Anything into the clerk's office?
No.
All right, with nothing else, we'll close the public hearing at 5:45 PM. Consider resolution approving and authorizing execution of a development agreement by and between the City of Hiawatha and Industrial Ave LLC, 1408 Industrial Avenue. Do I have a motion approving this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Jerry Moinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye. All right, item passes on to item 12. Public hearing on proposal to enter into a development agreement with Longfellow Square LLC, 1063 Longfellow Drive. Will open the public hearing at 5:45 PM. Anybody in favor or in the audience to speak in favor of this item?
Hello,
John?
Busek, Longfellow Development. Just another office building we're putting up in Longfellow. We're gonna change the brick color this time. I'm gonna go gray with some orange bands. We got a lot of orange buildings out there, so.
Yeah.
But the same kind of quality building, a lot of brick and glass, and we're seeing some okay demand from smaller type tenants right now. Unlike much of the office market right now, the bigger tenants still are trying to figure out what they want to do in the future, but that's it. So we're a good start as soon as we can.
Very good. Another great building out there, John.
Yeah.
Just for the audience, when did you start Longfellow Square? I remember doing this 15, 16 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it was a long time ago. I think we built I think Culver's moved in there, we sold them that maybe in, I hate to think about it, 2003, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. It takes a while.
Terrific addition to the city. We thank you,
Thank you.
Mace.
We appreciate the efforts too of Kim and everybody and engineering and staff and Patrick and Kim getting some things worked out on that site plan. And I appreciate the Tower Terrace push from the city. I think Kim's definitely the leader on that in of all the community. So it's very important.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Anybody in the audience that would like to speak in opposition to this item? Anything into the clerk's office?
No.
All right, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing at 5:47 PM. 12A, consider resolution approving and authorizing execution of a development agreement by and between the city of Hiawatha and Longfellow Square LLC, 1063 Longfellow Drive. Do I have a motion approving this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion amongst council? Again, more construction equipment coming to town.
Looking good.
All right, roll call, please.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
Item passes on to item 13, public hearing on the proposal to enter into a purchase, sale, and development agreement with Vought Group LLC and BNC Coffee LLC. We'll open the public hearing at 5:48 PM. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak in favor of this item? All right, anybody speak in opposition of this item? Anything into the clerk's office?
No.
All right, with that, we'll close the public hearing at 5:49 PM. All right, moving on, consider resolution approving and authorizing the execution of a purchase, sale, and development agreement by and among the city of Hiawatha, Vought Group LLC, and BNC Coffee LLC. Do I have a motion approving this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion?
That'd be nice having good coffee within walking distance.
That's right, for you it is.
Yeah.
A block from your house.
Great addition to that corner, I'm telling you.
It is, I think it's a great use of that space. I know we've
Yeah.
been struggling to
Absolutely.
decide what to put there. I think that'll work perfectly.
Couldn't be better. I
On a
just don't
slow,
think it's-
slow afternoon at work, I can just do a circle and get coffee at all the places we have in town, so.
That's true. Me too.
Roll call, please.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Item passes. Moving on, item 14, consider resolution directing the advertisement for sale and approving electronic bidding procedures and official statement. Motion approving resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
That was a long resolution.
Roll call, please.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle.
Aye.
All right, item passes. Moving on, item 15, 2021 Police Sallyport Project. Consider resolution accepting project and approving final pay estimate number 1. Motion approving resolution.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
Item passes. Moving on, item 16. Consider resolution setting a public hearing date, May 4th, 2022, 5:30 PM to consider the proposed plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost on file and direct publication of notice to bidders for 2022 Hawkeye Drive improvements. Do I have a motion approving?
So move.
First, so I have a second.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion?
It's not 2022 Hawkeye Drive. That's the year.
For 2022 Hawkeye Drive improvements for the year 2022.
I drove out there looking for 2022 and I thought, we're going into Robbins.
Any discussion on the year 2022 Hawkeye Drive improvements? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye. Item passes on to item 17. Consider resolution approving the site plan and building materials for a new commercial development for 1004 Robbins Road. Motion approving.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion on this item?
I like the layout of the drawing and for the entry and exit and then come in from either side.
Just occurred to me, we may have more coffee shops per thousand population than any other city in this metro area.
We need to
You say
advertise that.
Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I think we could
No.
brag about that.
I think it's a good thing, as Rob said. I now have a choice. of-
Considering half the council showed up with coffee. so.
Now we just need to add breweries to that list
Yeah.
and wineries. That would be great too.
Spoken like a true drinker.
All right. One other thing, this is another improvement on Robbins Road, you know, starting at the north end, working our way south towards City Hall here at the intersection. So looking forward to this revitalization of Robbins Road. So it's
Yeah,
gonna help
big
out.
time. That's a great design.
It is.
All right, roll call, please.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
All right, moving on, item 18, consider resolution approving an at-your-own-risk building permit to begin construction on a new addition to the commercial buildings located at 750 Metzger Drive as submitted by BFAM LLC, Finish Tower Incorporated. Motion approving resolution.
So moved.
Second.
First and second, any discussion? Another good building going up.
Yeah, that is a great building.
Roll call, please.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
Item passes on to item 19. Consider resolution approving final payment request for property located at 303 First Avenue in connection with the City of Hiawatha Housing Rehabilitation Program. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion?
It's a nice building. Fits the neighborhood very well.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle.
Aye.
All right, moving on. Item 20. Consider resolution adopting Dave Wright Family Dog Park rental rates. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion?
I think they're going to do well.
I think they will too.
Yeah,
People
they've
going out there.
apparently they've regarded a lot of interest in doing so. And then they're going to use the small dog park and leave the big one open up to the public while the small one's been rented out. And I think the rental rate is in line. It's what the same for
Yeah.
pavilions and stuff. So
I think it will be busy frequently.
Agreed. I'm sure.
All right, roll call, please.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
aye.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall.
Aye.
All right, item passes. Moving on, item 21, resolutions of support of workforce and affordable housing tax credits for multifamily development. Item A, consider resolution approving and directing the mayor to sign the resolution of support for land over cooperation workforce housing, affordable housing tax credit program application promoting multifamily residential housing and meeting the needs of the city housing shortage. Do I have a motion?
So moved with enthusiasm.
Second. Yeah.
First and a second. Any discussion? I believe we have somebody here to talk briefly. Is that right?
That would be you, Richard.
Yeah, my name is Richard Sova I'm president of Landover Corporation, and we're making an application to the state to apply for funding for a housing project. And I don't know, they have location and so forth?
Yeah,
Where this
they-
is? Okay,
they-
you all
yeah.
know where it is. It's right adjacent to the Fairway grocery store. We're under contract for that property. We're filing our application for the project in the middle of next month, and awards will be given out in August. We expect to get an award at that time. The project is going to be a 3-story, 50-unit senior project. And I have any questions you have, I'd be happy to answer.
So is it going to be just to the south of Fairway,
On the vacant lot right south of. Fairway.
Correct.
In the corner there.
between it and Moyson Road?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
It really fills a critical gap. We thank you very much for bringing that to Hiawatha.
Perfect.
Do you have other projects in the area that are similar to what you're going to do here? Or?
We've completed 6 projects in Cedar Rapids and Marion over the last 7 years.
We appreciate you picking Hiawatha for your next project.
Yeah.
Great. Well, the cooperation's been terrific up to this point, so we're very happy too. So
We have other land for a second one when you're ready.
next year, we'll do it next year.
All right.
Good.
Any other questions?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Any further discussion?
I mean, I'm excited to see not 1, but 3 projects for multifamily. I mean, it was kind of floored me a little bit when we put up the building here over in Robbins, and that was our first multifamily truly for 25 years. And so certainly it definitely addresses one of our council's main priority planks to have more housing. So I'm very grateful to see not just 1, but multiple projects on that vein. So
And more coming.
more coming, absolutely.
All right. Roll call, please.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald.
Aye. Item passes. Moving on. Item B, consider resolution approving and directing the mayor to sign the resolution of support for Anthony Properties Workforce Housing Tax Credit Program application promoting multifamily residential housing and meeting the needs of the city's housing shortage. Motion.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second. Any discussion?
I'll just kind of fill in just a little bit for them. This is a very unique project too that we haven't necessarily seen in Hiawatha for a while. This would be on 100 Boyson Road, and it is going to be right next to the new scooters, by the way. So this is a perfect match for scooters for sure. But it's a 7 buildings with 28 units. They will have studios of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. This too will be a market rate residential dwelling units. It will have luxury apartment living, large living spaces, spacious bedrooms, walk-in closets, patio or balcony. It also will be a gated community as well. A swimming pool on this land, pet friendly, a little dog park. The estimated project is about $41 million. So that I think is a very exciting project. And they will be going through rezoning and different things too. So you'll see this a few more times before this project gets done.
It's going to be similar to the one over by Keystone.
Yes.
Correct.
And behind
The
Target.
Enclave.
And are these going to be primarily rental, or are they going to be primarily purchase for mortgage, that sort of thing?
Rental.
Rental. Okay.
They're the ones that introduced us to Bark Park.
Yes. Yes.
I thought that was a great name.
Any other discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Steve Dodson,
Aye.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson.
Aye.
All right, motion passes on to C. Consider resolution approving and directing the mayor to sign the resolution of support for Hub LLC Workforce Housing Tax Credit Program application promoting multifamily residential housing and meeting the needs of the city's housing shortage. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
First and a second, any discussion on this item? This will be good to see that area move forward.
Yep.
Yes. And will remember they initially applied for phase 1. In having conversations with them last week, they have decided that they would move forward with both phase 1 and 2 and ask for workforce housing dollars as well. So it'll really be one project, but they'll do both buildings. So we'll keep our fingers crossed with all of these applications for workforce housing, that those are each funded and all the projects move forward.
As I think Rob just said, it's a long time coming. We can't
Yes.
wait to see that dirt moved out there.
Yeah. So I just added quick, but between all three of these, it's 110 new housing units. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and our gap was what,
287
yeah,
up to 2024.
yeah.
And then we have more after that as well, up to 2029.
We're moving in the right direction.
Mhm.
All right. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Jerry Mowinkle,
Aye.
Amy Wickendall,
Aye.
Rob Archibald,
Aye.
Dick Olson,
Aye.
Steve Dodson.
Aye.
All right. Item passes on to item 22, placement of items for next agenda/work session. Anything, anyone? I believe we did set some work sessions coming up with the next one being next week. Is that right? Next Wednesday?
I think you've got us out to June, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
sure do.
You must not have anything to do that night. Karen.
All right. Nothing for that. Moving on. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
First and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. We'll adjourn the meeting at 6:03 PM. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks, Bob. Good job.
Thank you.
Great job. You know, Steve, I've never